Welcome back to our digital learning station ICSE Prudence Coaching. Today we will learn about the most important synonyms from number 51 to 100. These synonyms are very much important for CGL, WBCS and all other examinations. If you memorize these synonyms, then there is no doubt that you can enhance your writing skill to the next level. Let's begin. Number 51. This is lure. Lure means attract, entice, tempt, seduce, allure. Once again, lure means attract, entice, tempt, seduce and allure. With these 5 different synonyms, we have framed 5 different sentences here. You will read one and the remaining will be your homework. You go through these sentences and redo the sentence formation, which will help you to enhance your skill. Here we'll choose this example. Fishermen use shiny lures to seduce fish to their hooks. As you have seen in the front screen, the fisherman was luring, that means enticing or tempting or seducing the fish to catch it with his bait. B-I-T. Bait means the thing which is used to catch a fish. Now we'll move to the next one. That is number 52. Luxuriant. Luxuriant means lush, abundant, prolific, opulent, flourishing. Once again, luxuriant means lush, abundant, prolific, opulent or flourishing. As I am speaking these synonyms, you also repeat these synonyms with me so that you can memorize it properly. So luxuriant, the example is her abundant hair cascaded down her back in waves. That means she has so many hairs and it is dropping down like a cascade or a fountain behind her back. So here abundant means luxuriant. Here actually abundant means here lots of. Okay, dear students. Now I'll move to the next one. Number 53. Massive. Massive means enormous, gigantic, colossal, immense, huge or leviathan or titanic. Once again, massive means enormous, gigantic, colossal, immense or huge. Like a massive crowd gathered to protest against the government's decision. Probably the government's decision in any case was not so welcomed by the people, so the crowd started protesting against this. Number 54. 54 is mimic. Mimic means imitate, copy, emulate, mirror or simulate. Once again, mimic means imitate, copy, emulate, mirror or simulate. Like here you can see his attempt to mirror the dance moves of his favorite singer was hilarious. Next we'll move to the number 55, that is obligatory. Obligatory means mandatory or required, necessary, compulsory or obligatory itself. So obligatory means once again mandatory, required, necessary or compulsory. Like it is mandatory to wear a seat belt while driving, which is for our safety measures, dear students. Now we'll move to the next one. 56. 56 is very important. This is penchant. Penchant means liking, preference, inclination, tendency or fondness. Once again, penchant means liking, preference, inclination, tendency or fondness. Like we can say she has a penchant or she has a preference, inclination or tendency for spicy food and exotic flavors. Exotic flavors means here very much spicy and very authentic flavors. Now we'll move to the next one, number 57. Pleasant. Pleasant means enjoyable, agreeable, pleasing, delightful or satisfying. Once again, pleasant means enjoyable, agreeable, pleasant, pleasing or delightful and satisfying. Like the sentence, she had a pleasing conversation with her neighbor over coffee. That means while she was having coffee, she had a very pleasing conversation or very enjoyable conversation. Let's move to the next one, number 58. 58 is also very much important. It has been repeated for several times in the examinations. This is poignant. Poignant means touching, moving, emotional or heart-rending. Once again, touching, moving, emotional or heart-rending. Like we can say the movie's poignant ending left everyone in tears. Instead of poignant, you can use any one of them. Like you can say the touching ending or the moving ending, or we can say the movie's emotional ending left everyone in tears. Let's move to the next one. That is number 59. Priority means precedence, preference, importance, primacy or urgency. Priority means precedence, preference, importance, primacy or urgency. Now let's frame the sentence here. Number 4. He made finding a job his primacy after graduating from his college. That means he made itself a priority of his life after graduating, or instead of primacy we can repeat any one of them, like he made it as importance or urgency. Now we'll move to the next one, that is number 60. Protest. Protest means object, oppose, resist, challenge or protest itself. So protest means object, oppose, resist or challenge. Like we can say here, some students will resist the increase in tuition fees, or instead of resist we can say here oppose. So some students will oppose the increase in tuition fees. This is also correct. Next we'll move to the number 61. Relish. Relish means enjoy, savor, appreciate, delight in or luxuriate in. Once again, relish means enjoy, savor, appreciate, delight in or luxuriate in. Dear students, keep repeating these words with me so that it just stick to your brain. Now we'll choose this example. He enjoyed the challenge of solving difficult puzzles. Instead of enjoyed, in the same way we can use he savored the challenge or he appreciated the challenge. Next, number 62. Reproach. This one is very much important, dear students. Reproach means criticize, blame, rebuke, scold or admonish. Reproach means criticize, blame, rebuke, scold or admonish. We can choose the example. The teacher scolded the students for not completing their assignments on time. We can also say the teacher blamed the students or rebuked the students or admonished the students. Let's move to the number 63. Retaliate. This one is very much important, dear students. Retaliate means revenge, pay back, get back at or strike back. Once again, retaliate means revenge, pay back, get back at or strike back. We can choose this example, like he retaliated against the bullies. Bullies means someone is saying some bad things about you in school or in your classroom and they are intentionally trying to harm you. So they retaliated against the bullies who had tormented him, that means tortured him for years. Now we'll move to the next one, number 64. Revile. Revile means criticize, condemn, denounce, vilify or berate. Once again, revile means criticize, condemn, denounce, vilify or berate. Like the politician was criticized, this will be criticized, was criticized in the media for his controversial statements. Once again, the politician was criticized means condemned or denounced or vilified or berated. We can change the tense of these words and can utilize them in the sentences. Now number 65. Number 65 is also very important, that is scorn. Scorn means disdain, contempt, disrespect, derision or mockery. Once again, scorn means disdain, contempt, disrespect, derision or mockery. In exam, from any of these words the examiner can give you a sentence or a direct synonym. So you have to understand that this means scorn. Scorn means any hate-like decision or situation. Like she looked at him with scorn, that means deep hatred or contempt or disrespect when he suggested a ridiculous idea. Ridiculous means very strange or gawky idea. Next we'll move to the next example, that is slack. Slack means loose, lax, relaxed, sluggish or slow. Once again, slack means loose, lax, relaxed, sluggish or slow. Like the slack rope made it difficult for them to climb the mountain, or we can say the loose rope, or we can say the lax rope. Any one of them can be chosen for completion of this sentence. Next we'll move to the 67. 67 solemn. Solemn means serious, earnest, grave, sober or somber. Once again, solemn means serious, earnest, grave, sober or somber. This number 4 example, his sober promise to change his ways convinced her to give him another chance. Sober, instead of this we can also write his earnest promise. Next we'll go to the next one, that is sustain. Sustain means support, maintain, uphold, continue or endure. Once again, sustain means support, maintain, uphold, continue or endure. Like the bridge was built to uphold heavy traffic for many years. Instead of uphold, in the same way we can tell the bridge was built to continue the heavy traffic for many years. Now, number 69, vindictive. This synonym has been repeated for several times in your exam. So, memorize it very carefully. Vindictive means vengeful, revengeful, spiteful, malicious, or retaliatory. Once again, vindictive means vengeful, revengeful, spiteful, malicious, or retaliatory. We can tell the example like the vengeful comments hurt her deeply, or the revengeful comments, or we can say the malicious comments hurt her deeply. Next, number 70. 70 is abnegation. This is also very much repeated synonym, dear students. Abnegation means self-denial or renunciation or sacrifice or self-sacrifice, or we can say abstinence. Abnegation means self-denial, renunciation, sacrifice, self-sacrifice, or abstinence. Like we can say, for example, his abnegation of worldly pleasures impressed his peers. Peers means here friends. His abnegation or self-denial or renunciation of worldly pleasures impressed his classmates. Number 71, abuse. Abuse means misuse, mistreatment, exploitation, maltreatment, or harm. Once again, abuse means misuse, mistreatment, exploitation, maltreatment, or harm. Like we can say, for example, the child suffered abuse at the hands of his caregiver. That means who takes his care. Instead of abuse, as you know, we can also tell mistreatment or exploitation, or any one of them. Now we will move to the next one, that is acquaint. Acquaint is several times repeated in your exams. Acquaint means familiarize or introduce or inform or make aware. Like we can say, he acquainted himself with the new computer software over the weekend, or we can say he familiarized himself. Now we'll move to the next one, number 73. 73 is adapt. Adapt means adjust, modify, change, alter, or accommodate. Once again, adapt means adjust, modify, change, alter, or accommodate. Accommodate spelling is very important, students, because it has been asked for several times. So accommodate also means to adapt. Like we can say, the species has altered to survive in harsh desert conditions, or we can say the species has modified to survive in harsh desert conditions. Number 74, adequate. It is very common synonym. It is also asked in the exam as well. Adequate means sufficient or satisfactory, enough, ample, or suitable. Once again, adequate means sufficient or satisfactory, enough, ample, or suitable. For example, we can tell the training program ensured that employees had ample skills for their tasks, or instead of this ample, we can also choose any one of them, like we can say the suitable skills or the enough skills. We'll move to the next example, that is adversary. Adversary means opponent, rival, enemy, foe, or competitor. Once again, adversary means opponent, rival, enemy, foe, or competitor. We'll choose this example like number 4. She defeated her political enemy in the election, or instead of enemy, in the same way you can use the political rival. Now we'll move to number 76, that is LA. LA means elevate, ease, relieve, calm, or soothe. Once again, LA means elevate, ease, relieve, calm, or soothe. This LA or elevate has been repeated in the exam for several years. Number 2, the medication was effective in soothing her symptoms. Instead of soothing, we can also tell the medication was effective in calming down her symptoms or relieving her symptoms. Next, number 77, that is amend. Amend means to modify, revise, alter, change, or adjust. Amend means modify, revise, alter, change, or adjust. This alter is also repeated, ALTER, alter. It means to amend or modify, but ALTAR, when we'll be writing, that will mean a statue itself. Next, number 2, the example like he modified his will to include his grandchildren as a beneficiaries. Next we'll move to number 78, that is anger. Anger means rage, fury, wrath, indignation or resentment. Once again, anger means rage, fury, wrath, indignation or resentment. For example, we can choose she expressed her indignation or wrath or in resentment through a strongly worded letter. Now number 79, that is amplify. Amplify means to increase, enlarge, augment, intensify or boost. Amplify means to increase, enlarge, augment, intensify or boost. For example, we can choose the economic stimulus package aims to enlarge consumer spending and stimulate growth. Once again, we'll read the next one. Number 80, that is annihilate. Annihilate has been repeated in the exam for several times. Annihilate means obliterate or eradicate, destroy, exterminate or decimate. Once again, annihilate means destroy, eradicate, obliterate, exterminate or decimate. For example, we can see that his aggressive policies aimed to eradicate poverty in the region. Next we'll move number 81, anticipate. Anticipate means expect, foresee, predict, await or envision. Once again, anticipate means expect, foresee, predict, await or envision. For example, we can say she anticipated his arrival with great excitement. Next, number 82, antipathy. Antipathy means aversion, dislike, hatred, hostility or animosity. Antipathy means aversion, dislike, hatred, hostility or animosity. Like her aversion or dislike or hatred or hostility towards spiders made her scream whenever she saw one. That means whenever she saw one spider, she started disliking it or aversioning it or hatreding it. That means she hates the spiders. Next we can say apathy. Apathy means indifference, lack of interest or unscorn, passivity or lethargy. Once again, apathy means indifference, lack of interest, unconcerned, passivity or lethargy. For example, we can say she was surprised by his indifference towards their relationship. Next, number 84, appraise. Appraise means assess, evaluate, estimate, judge or analyze. Appraise means assess, evaluate, estimate, judge or analyze. It's important to assess the situation carefully before making a decision. This is very much important for your life, students, as well. Next, number 85, arduous. Arduous means difficult, strenuous, challenging, demanding, tough. Arduous means difficult, strenuous, challenging, demanding or tough. Like we can say she faced a difficult journey through the desert to reach the oasis. Next we'll move to the number 86, aroma. Aroma means fragrance, scent, smell, perfume or bouquet. So she closed her eyes and enjoyed the fragrance of the flowers in the garden. Next we'll move to number 87, then atrocity is very much important here, students. Atrocity means cruelty, brutality, horror, outrage, barbarity. Atrocity means once again cruelty, barbarity, horror, outrage or brutality. Next, number 2, he was appalled by the brutality committed against the innocent civilians. Next, number 88, attribute. Attribute means it's a kind of quality, characteristic, trait, feature or property. Attribute means quality, characteristic, trait, feature or property. We can say, for example, the artist's attention to detail is a defining quality of his work. Number 89, beguile. This is very much important. Beguile means deceive or charm, enchant, allure or seduce. Beguile means once again deceive or charm, enchant, allure or seduce. We can say number 3, he used his wit and humor to charm his way into her heart. So she has used his wit and humor in such a way that he was able to make a place in her heart, like he has charmed her. Next, number 90, that is belligerent. This has been repeated for several times, dear students. Belligerent. Belligerent means aggressive, hostile, combative, contentious or quarrelsome. Once again, belligerent means aggressive, hostile, combative or contentious or quarrelsome. Next, number 2 example, he was known for his hostile attitude towards anyone who challenged him. Number 91, that is benevolence. This is also repeated for several times. Benevolence means kindness, generosity, charity, compassion or goodwill. Once again, benevolence means kindness, generosity, charity, compassion or goodwill. Like number 2, the charity relies on the compassion of donors to support its programs. Number 92, 92 is bind, means tie or fasten or secure, tether or connect. Once again, bind means tie, fasten, secure, tether and connect. We can say, for example, his promise to help her tied them in a bond of trust. Next, number 93, blister. Blister means bubble, vesicle, swelling, sore or eruption. Once again, blister means bubble, vesicle, swelling, sore or eruption. For example, we can say the burn caused a painful swelling to form on her arm. Next, we'll say number 94, that is bonhomie. Bonhomie means, that is friendliness. Bonhomie means friendliness or geniality or affability or warmth or camaraderie. This bonhomie has been repeated in your exam for several times. Bonhomie means friendliness, geniality, affability, warmth or camaraderie. And look at the spelling, dear students. The spelling is also very much important. The host greeted guests with genuine affability at the party. Remainings will be your homework. Go through the other 4 examples. It will help you to prepare well for your exams. Brisk. Brisk means lively, quick, fast, energetic or spirited. Brisk means lively, quick, fast, energetic or spirited. For example, we can say, despite the long hours, the volunteers remains energetic throughout the entire event. Energetic, or we can say here spirited. 96, bustle. Bustle means hustle, hurry, or bustle itself flurry or commotion. Bustle means hustle, hurry, flurry and commotion. Like we can say a student flurry, a sudden flurry of activity broke out when chief guest arrived unexpectedly. That means without expectation, when the chief guest arrived at the spot, then there was a sudden chaos or a hustle and bustle, we can say. For example, 97, that is carouse. This is very much important, dear students. Carouse means party, celebrate, revel, or carouse itself or binge. Once again, carouse means party, celebrate, carouse itself, binge or revel. For example, we can say we celebrate Diwali with light sweets and joyful gatherings. 98, that is certain. Certain means sure, confident, convinced, definite or assured. Once again, certain means sure, confident, convinced, definite or assured. For example, we can choose this one. Number 5, the guide assured us that the trail was safe. Number 99, that is chid. Chid means scold, rebuke, reprimand, admonish or lecture. This is very much important. When someone is getting angry and annoyed, both, then they are using this word chid or scorn or rebuke. Like we can say, she scolded her brother for breaking her favorite vase. Next we will go to number 100, choosy. Choosy means picky, selective, particular, fussy or discriminating. Once again, choosy means picky, selective, particular, fussy or discriminating. For example, we can say she was choosy about her friends, preferring quality over quantity. Is very much important part of one's personality. So dear students, today we have completed this total 50 most important synonyms. In the next set, we'll meet with lots of other synonyms. Till then, keep watching, keep improving. And dear students, if you find this content really helpful for you, don't forget to share and subscribe, because your one like will cost nothing, but it will help us to provide you the more interactive contents. Thanks for watching, dear students. Have a nice time ahead. Goodbye, dear students.